Well, hi everybody. Good morning. Meteorologist Travis Klineski here on this Wednesday morning. We've got lingering thunderstorms over northeast Nebraska, right in here, especially just southwest of Sioux City is where we're seeing most of it this morning. But most of the activity is cleared off to the east and northeast. Still some lingering clouds. There's some clearing here to the west. We'll try to get some gradual clearing as the day goes on. New showers and thunderstorms are going to be possible later this afternoon. Chances are going to be greatest over northern and eastern areas, kind of two areas of low pressure. There's one here near York and another one up here near Valentine. Those areas are kind of the two areas worth watching later today. Now, I will tell you right now that this Futurecast model here, our in-house model, is not doing a good job of showing activity here. As we push this into the evening hours, it shows everything to the east, but I do think we're going to have to watch this area for some severe weather. Also, northern Nebraska, we're going to have to watch for some severe thunderstorms. Tri-Cities on southwestward, the chances get lower the farther southwest you go. Later in the night, those clear on out. We'll see pretty quiet weather into tomorrow morning. Maybe a few showers or sprinkles around, but most of us will be dry, and I think we'll see a little more sun tomorrow. Less humidity. The dew points won't be quite as high out there for tomorrow. And then tomorrow night, maybe a couple of showers, late night into Friday morning in southwest Nebraska, west central Nebraska, but most of us will likely stay dry. We're kind of in this, we're going to get into a period here where we see these very small chances of rain, kind of tough to predict. Most places, though, will likely remain dry. Before I move on real quick here, I'm going to go into my editor mode. I'm going to switch out forecast models here. I want to show you one different forecast model that has a slightly different solution to how things may play out for later today here. So again, right now we've got activity moving out of here. And this is probably not going to be much for rain. I think most likely we'll stay dry. But then we look both to the northwest and also again towards southeast Nebraska for showers and thunderstorms. So again, southeast Nebraska, Lincoln, Beatrice, maybe as far west as Hebron. And then again, maybe some activity here northwest and north of the Tri-Cities, which will then fall apart later in the night. Mostly dry towards tomorrow morning. Our chances of rain, this model's a little more aggressive with showers and isolated thunderstorms tomorrow, especially across northern areas. But most of us will likely not see moisture, and that's as far out as that model goes right there. Let's take a look at the severe weather threat from the Storm Prediction Center. Now, again, I'm really thinking these areas right in here have very, very little chance of seeing new thunderstorms here. So I'm more concerned about these areas here for maybe some isolated severe weather, and then eastern Nebraska, where there's a slight risk of severe storms. Their main threats, large hail, look to be one of the bigger threats, and then severe wind gusts also look to be one of the bigger threats. The tornado threat's pretty low. There's a low-end chance of an isolated tornado in eastern Nebraska, but I don't think that's going to be a very big threat. Now, for tomorrow, the Storm Prediction Center does have eastern Nebraska with a marginal risk. I'm kind of iffy on that right now, so we'll see how that plays out, but I'm not real confident in those chances for eastern Nebraska. Highs today, back closer to average. Most of us will see 80s this afternoon, near 90 or so, some low 90s over southern and southeastern areas. Maybe closer to 80 where the clouds will take longer to clear out here. Maybe near 90 in Valentine, back west towards Scotts Bluff. Mostly 60s for lows tonight with some 50s in western Nebraska. And as we look ahead to tomorrow, back to the 80s to near 90 degrees or so. Warmest temperatures once again in the south. Tomorrow night, upper 50s and lower 60s, and more of the same on Friday. Excuse me, mostly 80s for highs on Friday once again. We're going to see pretty consistent conditions over the next several days when it comes to those forecast highs and for lows. And in fact, you'll see it here now. Today may be the worst of the humidity, though. Again, dew points are going to be climbing up into the 70s today. It's going to be very muggy out there. Thankfully not hot, but warm enough. Combined with that humidity, we could see a heat index over 90 degrees, so it's going to be pretty sticky out there. Small chance of a storm, not a very good chance. Likely dry the next couple of days. I wouldn't guarantee it, though. It's probably a 10% chance both Thursday and Friday, throwing a 20% chance Saturday, a 10% chance Sunday. Very small chances. You get the idea. Highs mostly mid-80s, lows mostly in the low to mid-60s. That's pretty consistent with what you would normally expect for this time of the year, so you see it there. Our 10-day forecast pretty much calling for average conditions all the way through the 23rd of August. North Platte, highs mostly in the mid to upper 80s in the days ahead. Lows mostly in the low and mid 60s, maybe upper 50s there on Friday morning. And speaking of Friday morning, a slight chance of rain there, and then some more slight chances of rain and thunderstorms early next week. So again, very small chances of rain. I think we just saw our best chance now past us. That's what came overnight last night and earlier this morning. And you can see pretty consistent temperatures there, mostly highs, mid to upper 80s over the next 7 to 10 days. So no major big swings in temperatures anytime soon, and probably no major precipitation, at least no major rounds of precipitation over the next 7 to 10 days. We'll see how things play out in the long range, though. So, all right, I want to thank you all for watching on this Wednesday morning. I'll see you all again on Thursday with all the latest. Until then, take care. God bless. We'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.